That's good, folks. Give my tablet a minute to catch up. You guys are crooked as heck. Yeah, still looks all right with the sluice. I'll just try and stand like this. Just waiting for this finest tablet that $80 can buy to catch up. Gorgeous, gorgeous day today. There we go. All right, we have sound. We have sight. Awesome day. Let's see if I can get you guys situated a little better. See if that looks any better. Sort of, not really. Eh? Here's what we're going to do. A little bit of ingenuity. There we go. Here's what we're going to do. Good enough for the girls I go with. All right. So who do we have in the house? Specs was here earlier. A3 Skywarrior, Careless Whispers, Rick Hay, Danny Finn as possible, my good friend Bob, Awesome Fishing Channel, David Alfonsetti, Prospector Jason E. Meyer. Hope you're feeling better, pal. Chew is in the house. Crash is in the house. Angie and Rick are in the house. Rick is on his own phone, which is awesome. Carl from Miller Outdoors is in the house. Good to see everybody. So I'm pretty tired today. Was at the camp this morning and then drove back and took the young lad fishing. 4 pike for me, 3 pike for him. So the old man actually won, but that being said, everybody won. It was a great day out, but then I kind of drove home. I'm that good kind of tired, not like you're at the office. Life sucks kind of tired, kind of like, you know, fishing the East Bank in a west wind kind of tired. And of course, my chat crops out on me about 5 minutes in. Usually takes a while for this stupid thing to settle down. But I'll keep battling while this thing reloads. So these are classified cons today from my creek. Classified down to 10 mesh. Last week we went after pickers. This week we're going after the fine stuff, the flower gold and the flakes. Come on, you. Tablet always conks at the worst frickin' times. All right. Loading back up. All right, here we go. And of course, I get an ad on my own stream. Carl, welcome to the club. That gets you free entries into the big draw. This upcoming draw is going to be a 1 gram troubled one pater, my friend. Rocky Mountain Prospector Brad is in the house. Gail, Archaeology and Gold, is in the house. Good to see you, Gail, as always. Phew. All right. So as I mentioned, we are going to be sluicing minus 10 cons today. Doesn't look like a whole lot, but that comes probably a 5 gallon pail and a half. and it's only the -10. But that being said, I'm kind of jazzed. They are really, really nice looking cons. Grandma Kelly is in the house. Mentally Corrupted is in the house. But I'll give you guys a look at these cons. For all you dirt nerds like me, look how nice and beautiful and dark those things look. Well, it will take me a while with this little sluice to go through everything, but that being said, you know, I've mentioned this sluice before. I never run a stream that someone doesn't pop in from out of nowhere and ask about it. These things run about 80 bucks. Comes with a little aquarium pump, beam thing. You can buy vortex matting. I've got it downstairs. I've never really had to use it. It's supposedly really good for that super, super fine gold. That being said, like I said, never had a problem with it the way it is. Sold, says Bob. But you'll see it in action today. Get some bubbles in the water. I won't forget my friend David Peckham today. He'll be hanging out on his side all day. Let's get plugged in, get the action started, get the bubble action started anyways. And that's running pretty much perfect. I mean, once you run it, it just kind of stays set itself. There we go. It does have a valve here. You can meter the flow, but super, super easy to run. I am looking to design something for it so that I can elevate the sluice and run a bigger catch bucket. We're stuck with the Rubbermaid Tupperware type deal for now. I'll have to empty it a few times when it starts to get full water. Grandma, the duck does as the duck pleases to do. Not much I can do. I'm sorry about that. But yeah, it is crazy. YouTube, I mean, whoever shows up, shows up. The notifications have been screwy. People have had issues. They can't chat in people's streams. It's just been the way it is. So you can see we do have some bubblification happening. And I do apologize. You guys were kind of canted at the beginning. I planned to put out some dirt and planted my fall grass seed in my usual spot. So my house is right here, and the land kind of goes like that into the bush for drainage. But you know, I had a level spot, but unfortunately, like I said, there's grass seed and dirt everywhere. So, Papa Roos, welcome, Bill. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah, Carl, we got her figured out. We're doing all right. Gold is where you find it. Aaron is in the house. Awesome. Driving, but that's cool. Appreciate the support, my friend. All right. So as I said, this is going to take a little while. So best quit jibber jabbering. Of course. Start feeding Sluice. But yeah, this thing works absolutely fantastic. I was really tempted to buy one of those Dream Mat cleanup buddies. But to be honest with you, this thing does everything I need it to do. And I am saving for a high banker, so. It is, as you can hear, fairly windy out today. Little poof on the microphone on this thing doesn't seem to do too much. Again, the finest microphone that money can buy on Amazon for $30. Yeah, that's running great. Perfect. Yeah. The SS says Heath Doherty. Welcome, pal. Knuckle Buster, Bustin, welcome. David, welcome as well. Hey, Zed's in the house. Good to see you, pal. Yeah, with these gutter sluices, you just kind of want to let the water almost peel the dirt off the spoon. Spreads it out nice. All that beautiful gold to drop out. So we are running, I think, a little tiny bit fast. That's where this ball valve comes in handy. You could just shut it down a little, speed it up. There, that's about perfect. Awesome. The aquarium pump that's in here also has an adjustment on it as well, but the ball valve works a lot better. I'm already starting to see a little bit of pyrite in the sluice, which is always a good sign. If you're capturing the pyrite, you'll be capturing the gold. So how's everyone's weekend been? How rude of me not to ask. Been good. A lot of fishing here. Hey, Specs Appeals here. I am Zaxxon is here. PA Prospecting is here. How's it going, pal? AAA Rockhound is here. Good to see you, man. Yeah, it's crazy, Careless. YouTube's doing some weird stuff lately. Kind of frustrating. Getting an ad for Timu over there. What the hell? Timu is the Timu just exists so people that shop at wish.com have someone to make fun of. I think. I shouldn't say that. I've never ordered anything from Timu or whatever. That would make a decent video though if I ordered an entire prospecting set off Timu and went out with that. Kind of in line with my dollar store challenge video. And Timu took away my chat. Those bastards. I'm telling you. Did you, Careless? I was always curious. Like, I mean, the stuff is so cheap, it just kind of. But I guess with it being cheap. Chasing Miss Charlie, good to see you. I'm actually wearing a mic. We're outside. It's just windy as hell out here. Takes forever to come in, says Miller. Oh, I can imagine. It's a long way from China. Poor David Peckham down here there is just getting absolutely pelted with cons. It is actually goose season here. So if you guys suddenly hear a bunch of gunshots, the lake is back there. Usually there's some hunters on there at night for the night hunt. Heath Doty with 2 entries. What an absolute legend, that Heath Doty guy. Thank you so much, Heath. You just made the list. The upcoming draw. First prize being a 1 gram bag of Troubled One Pater, man. Yeah, I do have a river. I'm not oblivious to that, Carl. I was kind of standing there, doing the splits and just kind of letting it run down on the ground. It's just the cons causing the water level in the catch basin for rice. See, Peyton, welcome. Hope you're having a good day as well. That's all right. It'll water the grass seed that's underneath there. So yeah, football. I didn't catch any today. Maybe I'll watch some tonight after supper, during supper, whatever. It's that time of year, but at the same time, I'm still out fishing. I'm still out getting ready for hunting. Plus, I'm still prospecting, so really, really busy this time of year. Plus, there's that whole work nonsense that tends to get in the way of things. Bob in for $2. Atta boy. You just made the list, sir. And that's 2 entries towards a 2-gram bag of pay dirt. Second prize is a half-gram bag of pay dirt. And third prize is a quarter-gram bag of pay dirt. AAA got a new mat for the cleanup, buddy. I thought they only made one. I thought it only used the banjo pen. I could be mistaken. Of course, Carl is still in here. He's like Mr. Dream Mat, so he should know. Have a quick look and see how these columns are building up in the sluice. Ooh, nice. They're actually spreading themselves out fairly good, which is nice. I just don't want to get a bunch of stuff stuck in this little aquarium pump. It'll make life harder really quick. Lyle's in the house. Welcome. Plow Dog, welcome. So Lyle's asking what model the Sluice is. So for everyone say hi to Lyle down in chat. Lyle's my friend Bob, who is anything. That is his oldest son. He's a budding young prospector, which you all know I love to see. That is the Martin Prospecting gutter sluice. David in for $5. What an absolute legend. David made the list again. So I will, like I said, I can actually send you guys a link, Lyle. And that is, you can get them on Amazon, eBay. Amazon's probably the most reliable, I would say, for sure. I'm not a big eBay fan. But this thing works absolutely fantastic. And you can buy vortex matting for it as well for capturing super, super fine gold. I know you guys, Lyle, are in Pennsylvania, which is a glacial gold bearing state. It's actually one of the better glacial gold bearing states, right up there with Ohio and Wisconsin, Michigan. That whole area is fantastic for glacial till. So just being the weirdo I am, I actually tend to name my equipment. So this guy here is Dirt Rustle. That little picture of Kurt Russell on there, but yeah, it comes with everything you see here. My only gripe with it is the legs are really, really flimsy. I have something in mind to actually shore that up. I want to build a stand for it where the legs could come up with maybe a 2x4 that the legs bolt into, hold it nice and steady. But other than that, it works absolutely sweet. Michael, how I see it. Good to see you, my friend. Georgianne is in the house. Welcome. Crazy, David. You guys are getting hit by another storm, man. I heard that. That's nuts. That last one you guys had would be enough for me for a lifetime. Nice when it's classified like this, classified to 10 mesh, really super easy to feed. Anyone that's interested that buys one of these, just a simple kitchen strainer will do the job as well. I like 10 mesh because it can go a little bit chunkier. Actually, I was actually just classifying with this the other day. You guys saw me probably if you watched my last live use it, but yeah, that's my 10 mesh classifier. These go for about $10. Well worth it. But I'll see if I can. I don't know if the camera will pick it up well, but that's pretty much the mesh size of a 10 mesh. Mesh size goes by how many holes per inch. Kitchen strainer is probably like a 12 mesh. So 10 mesh or 8 mesh is actually ideal for using one of these. Michael, you absolute legend. That's 10 entries for Michael. Thank you, sir. You just made the list. We're eating that good bologna tonight, boys and girls. Also want to thank everyone that stopped by and took the time to watch my little fishing video this morning. Not just those that were there, because I did premiere it at like 9:30 in the morning. But anyone that's watched it, it's nice to have a channel. I don't want to, you guys know I love prospecting, treasure hunting, stuff like that. I just don't want to be pigeonholed into having to do the same thing all the time. So it was really nice to be able to go out and do something and make a video of it and actually, that isn't treasure hunting and actually have people watch it. I thought that was really cool. And, that goes a long way to help a fellow avoiding YouTube burnout, right? Because it is a grind as a creator sometimes to come up with fresh, to try to do new things. So I enjoyed making that, and the fact that a few people at least enjoyed watching that, really, really appreciate it. Stony is in the house. Welcome, my friend. So good to see you, man. Yeah, Lyle, that's part of living in the country. Every once in a while, we're going to get some lag. My young lads came out fishing with me today, so I'm a single dad, so I don't have both my kids. I have one of my kids full time, the other one I've only got part of the time. So what happens is normally on a Sunday when I stream, I boot the kids off the devices. I kind of limit their internet and stuff like that. But when my kids want to come fishing with me on the weekend, when we do get home after a long day of fishing, I'm not going to be that guy. Michael, you legend. What did Dolly Parton say about eating bologna? That's a new one to me. Yeah, Gavin's gaming upstairs on his PC. Emmett's gaming downstairs on my PC. So we've got two PCs going, and Gavin's probably talking to his girlfriend on the cell phone, gaming on the PC. Emmett's probably got something on the TV and gaming on the PC as well. There's 4 devices plus my tablet plus the phone, and we're on Starlink to boot. So It's just kind of the way it goes out here. You're definitely pushing the internet to its max today out here in the sticks. It's beautiful outside though. I don't know if you guys can make it out. The fall colors are really starting to come through. I'll actually turn you guys around at some point, show you the backyard and how everything's looking. The swamp up the road where I trap my minnows and stuff for fishing. I was there this morning and I just planned to kind of empty the minnow trap and get going to fishing. And I looked out and the swamp was actually beautiful, pure red, all red maples. I actually pulled the lawn chair out of the back of the truck and I just sat at the side of the road in the lawn chair looking out over the swamp and had a little bit of coffee. And a cigar, actually. And ate my bologna sandwich. Ugh. You know what, Stoney? I could tell you what helped me a lot with the motivation. I mean, obviously, it's everybody here, yourself included. I just got to a point where it's you know, I've got more videos to make. I've got a couple prospecting videos that I'm still editing, but you know, it's the time of year. It's fall. I got to get the house ready for the W word and the four-letter word that starts with S. I went out fishing and I made a video on that. You know, it was just something a little bit different. Kind of a good reminder of why I enjoyed doing it in the first place, right? Hey, EMF, welcome. Dano, great to see you, pal. Brewers is in the house. Good to see you, Jeff. All right. So without disturbing the sluice too much, it's fun that we empty these cons out. Like I said, I really need to get a bigger catch bucket. It's not that I need a bigger catch bucket, because obviously I've got the big orange one I normally use. But I need to rig this sluice up so it sits high enough that I can use that great big bucket. All right. All right, that table's slanted perfectly on purpose. Oh, I got a donation there. Hang on, guys. Sorry about that. 5 entries for Gail and 5 for Stoney. Gail, you absolute legend. Stoney makes fantastic content. We all want to see him back at it, but you know what? At the same time, no matter how fantastic his content is, how much we want to see him back at it. If Stoney needs a break, Stoney needs a break, and I know exactly how that feels. So, you know, I want people to make, like Stoney, to make content, but I want him to enjoy making that content, because I find personally, like, I can look back at my videos and absolutely say, holy cow, you know, I really could have made a video that day. I wasn't in that great of a mood, or I wasn't excited about what I was doing, right? And that shows up in your videos, and it actually, if you're going to be like that, it's better off not to release the video at all. So just wait until you're in a better mood. You know what? None of us are getting rich off this YouTube stuff. And what I found with that fishing video motivated me, because I came back, I did something different other than prospecting. And for the most part, all my friends, oh, we got gold building up in the sluice already. Give you guys a look at that. And already today, well over 100 people watched that video, which to me tells me that, you know, my friends are kind of, my YouTube friends are kind of there to see what I'm up to. Not just, I'm more than just a guy that does gold videos on YouTube. Meanwhile, half of you are probably shut up and make some gold videos on YouTube. But there we go. That is some fine gold in that sluice. I'll show that to you guys in a second. GS Prospecting's in the house. Talk about a motivator. That guy is everywhere. Yes? Bob, anything? I know you watched that video. That's a proper bologna recipe. Honestly, the mayo idea is not bad. I'm not anti-mayo. I mentioned it earlier on another stream. I am a 100%, not to be political on my channel, anti-Miracle Whip. If you like Miracle Whip in your sandwiches, you're wrong. All right, let's get this bad boy running again. Get that water mixed up with the bubbles. Hang out and chat for a bit. Uh-oh. We may or may not have blew a breaker. Let me go take a look. Well, that's not good for business, is it? All right. Well, we've blown a breaker, I think. I'm hoping my tech, it's not my little aquarium pump. No, it couldn't be. It was running fine before. All right. Okay. We'll be right back, guys. I'm just going to run this cord around to the other side of the house. Well, one thing, it's another. What amateur crap shows this guy running, eh? Isn't that nice? I practically did an advertisement for the sluice and the pump's not running. All right. Honestly, it's probably just something in the impeller. That's exactly what it is. That's why you need a bigger catch pan so you don't have your cons go back into the impeller. So that's all right. You just have to finish up the old-fashioned way, and I'll get this taken care of. This thing, actually, to be honest with you, doesn't owe me anything. It's about five years old. All right. Buttered sausage. In the house is buttered sausage. What's he doing? What's he doing what he does? Get it out of my face. Buttered sausage. All right. The bigger pan out here. So, it looks like we're going to have to pan out the last third of these cons. No big deal. As I always say, when life gives you lemons, you freeze those lemons and throw them as hard as you can at somebody. Elena Farmer, welcome. Yeah, that's kind of a bummer. I was actually kind of half laughing because I figured that I probably killed a breaker, and that same breaker was probably running one of the kids' PCs. But I didn't hear them screaming, so I kind of figured something was up. We do have some nice gold in that mat. I don't know if you guys can make that some of that fine gold out already. But yeah, as I mentioned, that's why you should really be running into a bigger container. So that's the catch. You guys have seen it before that have joined me before. That's the catch basin that I normally use, right? So what I want to do is build a stand so that sluice sits up higher and pours into there, and to put your pump without all your concentrates going back into your pump, which is the last thing you want. Not a big deal. Stoney, you absolute legend. 5 for Gail, 5 for Careless. But that's okay. We're making good time anyway. So we can pan out what's there and we can pan out these concentrates as well. We'll just have to improvise, that's all. Flash in the pan. Good to see you, Ed. And we haven't even given out an entry yet. What a crap show I'm running today. We have 59 awesome folks in the house. I'll get everyone to pick one number only, between 1 and 100. Closest number gets an entry. Go ahead. I'm going to just head over and get a little bit more water. One number only, guys. 1 and 100. I'll be right back. Oh, look at that. While I was away, look what decided it wanted to start working again. That's exactly what it was. A little bit of schmutz in the pump, but important lesson learned there. Definitely need to get a bigger catch bin for that. And worst comes to worst, if you do blow a pump on one of these, that's the beauty of them. A replacement aquarium, they take a standard aquarium pump, and they're like $12 on Amazon. If I ever decide to do this live in front of 50 people, I'll probably buy a second one just to have one on hand. Oh, wait. All right, I haven't even written down a number yet. All right, see a few odd numbers pouring in. One number only, between 1 and 100. I'll give it another minute to fire this up, get some bubbles going again. And now it's not working again. What the hell? There we go. I might actually, next time I disconnect it, I might not shut it down and just leave it run. I think that's an electrical thing. I don't think that's the pump as well, to be honest with you. Michael, you legend, with another $2. Holy smokes, Michael, coming in strong today. He's in it to win it, that boy. All right. So that number, 16. Let's see what number 16. Aqua Donkey is in the house. Dam had 16. Didn't even see Dam come in. How's it going, pal? Stoney had 1,199. He was that close. Dano had 13. I see that. Thank you so much, Stoney, for taking care of that. Appreciate you, pal. Wesley Hatfield's in the house. Too busy messing with my pump. I'll go down on the bottom. I think Dano was closest. The Crafting Bookworm had 17. Careless says Crafting Bookworm. Careless is the brains of this operation, so we're going to go with that. Crafting, that's good for an entry into the big 1 gram gold pay dirt draw. Congratulations. Thank you, Dano. Appreciate you backing that up. All right. So now where were we? Yeah, we were trying to run some cons in my broken sluice, but now we're running great. Aqua, where are you right now? Are you still on your way back from GP's subscriber thing, or are you home? Plow Dog 17 also? Number was 16. So Plow Dog, if you had 17, I trust Ed. Just make sure, Aqua, when you do have access, check your email, buddy. I got some good news for you. So you know what? We're going to give Plow Dog an entry as well. So the way it works around here, Dano, just and everybody, just so everyone knows, it's one guess only. If everyone guesses the same number and that's the number, everybody wins, right? It's one entry to whoever guesses that number or the closest number. It's that simple. I want to try and keep it simple. I don't want to mess around with too much of this stuff of trying to do math on a Sunday afternoon. I mean, typically I could do this using an app like, I mean, StreamYard now, everybody's getting away from StreamYards because they jack their prices. But, you know, there are apps that have comment pickers and stuff like that in them. But I don't want to be out here, because I'm outside, I don't want to be messing around with a laptop and all that stuff type of deal. It does rain sometimes when I do this, and I don't want to be reliant on anything that I can't get wet, so to speak. running nice now. A little bit of blonde sands mixed in there. I don't usually I pan off the organics a lot better than that. But this is an older. These were an older couple of buckets I had laying around. I'm trying to clean out the woodshed. We just finished a 45-gallon drum last week. Whew. Storm alerts again, Careless. Holy smokes. Yeah, chat freezing. That's a thing. Yeah, I mean, YouTube is really acting up lately. Freezing chats, people not able to comment in people's chats. I mean, people that are moderators can't comment in their chats. So, in chats sometimes on the channels that they moderate. So, sure they're working on it. I'm sure they've got enough complaints to last them a lifetime. I know out on the YouTube streets the last couple of days when I have been online, I've seen a lot of complaints about it. Getting around that time of night, we should start hearing some gunshots going off from that direction. Who said tacos? I want a taco. Flash in your pan, having the tacos. Awesome, Aqua. Glad you got that. Deer chili. Nothing wrong with some good old venison chili. Ooh, boy, I could go for some of that too. Of course, that means I'm going to have to go get another deer. I do still have some smoked sausages left over from last year's deer. Cryovac in the freezer, ready to go. Go for some of them right now too, actually. Need to make up a batch of jerky soon, actually. Have to head out this week actually and get my deer stand ready and good to go. I've got the camp where me and the boys run deer, and we dog for them. But my deer stand is actually about 400 yards directly behind you guys. Nice to be able to get up out of bed in the morning, grab a hot coffee, grab the rifle, and just walk back 400 yards and punch yourself in your stand. You're gonna need a snorkel to hunt deer. That'd be something else. I mean, on the one hand, it would pen them up a little bit. There's going to be some of their area that they wouldn't be able to access. But good luck getting in there. That's the problem. Roger Stafford, welcome, my friend. I am with you, Brewers. I am not a horn hunter. In fact, um, I've shot one big deer in my life, and I've been hunting for 30, 35 years probably. Only ever shot one big deer, and that was when I was younger and did that whole thing from watching too many hunting shows where I chased that big deer. Was the worst eating of any deer that I've ever had. I prefer a young buck. I do have a doe tag this year. I will take but I won't take a doe that's got fawns on it. I know it's not no big deal, but at the same time, it's just a personal thing. But I will take like the young bucks, like nothing bigger than a 6-pointer. That's where it's at for me. From sun to full black. We are supposed to get rain tonight, but it's not looking like we're going to get much of anything, if anything. Braden Stroud, welcome. What are you doing? I am feeding concentrates through my little sluice here, and we are going to get ourselves some gold today. Sure is rumbling. Yeah, we haven't had thunder and lightning in forever. Oh, that's crazy, Brewers. I know we got hit with some torrential rains back late July, and there's a spot in my first fishing video from a few weeks ago. There's a spot that I fished underneath like a spillway, and there was a monster tree that had fallen over and actually washed over the dam, so it's kind of like jammed under the bridge. I was hoping for a big bass under it, but no luck. Did I make the gnome? No, I didn't make the gnome. Probably somewhere in China made the gnome. His eyes light up and everything. He's a crafty bugger. You got to keep your eye on that gnome. Got to put the rubber duck back in. So Braden's, can you show close for me, and what's the soap for? So we purposely, when I do these lives every Sunday, we go overboard on the just to make bubbles. Ever since my first ever live, I put way too much in. I was nervous, and people got a kick out of it. And Careless made a big deal about it, loved the bubbles, and it kind of caught on. So we've been adding way more than we have to, but you do have to put a little surfactant in there. That keeps your small gold from floating off on you. You can also use, like when I do the panning portion, I use jet dry. Jet dry doesn't suds up like bubbles do. Makes it a lot easier to pan and see what you're doing. But we are kind of due to change. Change the tailings container. So what I'm going to do, since Braden asked, we'll take a look. So what happens, Braden, is the water runs through here, and you can see there's little tiny bits of pyrite and flour gold in the riffles. The riffles catch the gold because it's the heaviest, not the heaviest, the densest thing in the dirt, and all the stuff that isn't gold goes into this tailings bucket. So the pump is still running, but I turn the actual valve off. Sounds absolutely terrible. This lessens the odds that the pump is going to shut off on us like it did last time. There we go. Get some fresh water in this bad boy. There we go. And just like that, we're good to go. Ugh. 39 awesome people watching me do this. So I could have gone ahead and changed that sluice mat out, but these things actually hold quite a bit. I keep saying it's amazing how well this little gutter sluice works for 80 bucks. I've tested this thing every which way to Sunday, and I can't make it lose gold. The only gold that I've ever seen this lose, to be honest with you, and it wasn't my gold. I was running a pay dirt, and there was some chunky pickers that were big enough that they wouldn't sink down in the VMAT. But we're classified to 10 mesh. We did the plus 10 last week. We got a few little pickers. So anything that's in here is going to be minus 10. So I'm not too worried at all about losing anything. Tell you what, this is going to be something else when I start doing this in the wintertime. chat crapped out on me. Yeah. Did what I said I wouldn't do and poured water down my leg, but that's okay. Yeah. Beautiful day. It's so dark so quickly this time of year. Mark, welcome. We haven't really looked yet. We did see a little bit in the sluice, but geez, I'm repeating on myself here. Um, we did see a little bit of gold in the sluice already, but we haven't actually panned it out yet. So. Yeah, that's it, Stoney. They say it's 2 minutes a day, but I'm with you. It doesn't. It feels like so much more. All right, 41 awesome people watching. Let's get a number between 1 and 100. Closest number wins an entry. One number, 1 and 100, guys. Some pathetic bubblage there. We need some more bubbles. There we go. Hey, Mega Dog's in the house. Welcome, pal. More bubbles equals more money, says Tony. That was the case. This whole bottle would be gone by now. It's got to be 5 o'clock somewhere. I've actually, unfortunately, got to drive the young lad home tonight. So adulting sucks, but I'm going to have to be adulting for now. But believe me, when I get home, there's some homemade blackberry wine on the table, ready to go. There you go, Dano. You have at her, buddy. Yeah, what blackberry wine, he says. All right. So the number is 29. So who had 29 or was the closest to 29? I'll go take a look at it. Gail started strong with 28. That's going to be hard to beat. Tony went with 11.99 again. Natalie with 27. Sirens are going now, Careless. Be careful. Get in the tub, Careless. So Dano, I agree. Gail won. So what did Gail have? Yeah, Natalie was close. Gail had 28. She was the closest. So that is an entry for Gail. Congratulations, Gail. Awesome. So the grand prize will when we do the giveaway, will be a Troubled One custom-made painter It'll be a 1 gram pay dirt, but troubled one is going to make it according to the winner's specifications. So whatever you want. Hard, not so hard. If you want his heavy metal bag that has silver in it, he'll make that for you. Whatever you want. Troubled one, we'll be there to meet your pay dirt needs. That's 3 cars that have driven by today. That's like a traffic jam by this place's standards. What it is we're getting close to hunting season, and people are looking for places to hunt. And unfortunately for them, unfortunately for me, a lot of the land is mine and it's posted. And I have permission on the neighbor's land as well, which is 400 acres, and it's all posted. So they're SOL. Almost at the bottom already. I was worried we wouldn't have enough time in a couple of hours to be able to do this one little spoon at a time. This sluice runs like a champ. It actually, you feed it pretty quick as long as you're not putting large scoops. It'll take the small scoops pretty much as quick as you can feed them. Trying to clean this up a bit. I don't want to leave any cons behind. Especially the bottom of the bucket is where all the good stuff is. So. Never forget the jet try. Welcome, Graham. And we don't. No shortage of them. But we're not getting epic bubbles today. I don't know if it's the wind or what the deal is. It is stony. This thing works like friggin' awesome. For 80 bucks, man, you can't go wrong. Running off a little tiny aquarium pump. This is one part where you have to be careful. You can't just dump all the water in and increase the flow of the sluice too much because you'll wash stuff out of it. And we'll pan out what's left. Yeah, good for GP. That's awesome. There we go. It's already starting to get quite dark here. A lot darker than what you guys see on camera. Hey, Steve, welcome. Not getting too cold, but it was 3 degrees Celsius, which is only in our degrees, 3 degrees above freezing. So it's getting there. Show me your nuggets, says Stoney. Buddy, that's a separate email. All right. Get this pyrite madness emptied out. If pyrite ever makes it where it's as valuable as gold, I'm gonna be loaded. Retire. I don't mind. So Steve, I don't mind. Well, I shouldn't say that. Winter's not my favorite season either. I love hunting. I love ice fishing. So I do have things that I can do in the winter. Where I hate winter is I hate winter in the city. I can't stand it. I can't stand all the slush, the way your feet are always cold, everything's dirty around the streets. I hate that. Yeah, it's gorgeous, Medley. I can't, I don't know how much, I don't have a whole lot of it in my backyard, but I'll spin you guys around for a second. You can see my burning bush over there is turning pink. But yeah, there's the backyard. It's getting there. Like I said, the swamp is turning like a bright red right now. Kind of crazy. Hopefully I didn't mess you guys up too much there. Yeah, that looks all right, I think. But yeah, the fall colors are definitely coming in. Well, there you go, Mark. You're in a good prospecting area now, that's for sure. Michael, how I see it signed up to be a member and it's not showing up. You mean on that screen at the end of my videos? Is that the one? If so, that's an easy fix. Oh no, it's not showing the little star beside your name. Jeez, I don't know. I wouldn't know how to fix that. Kind of did this in reverse. There's not a lot of cons here. I should really be doing these in my finishing pan straight off the bat. So I'll show you guys. We've emptied that sluice mat twice. Twice we've emptied it. And that's all the concentrates that we got from there, all that black sand. And there's quite a bit down in the water here too, but pretty much one pan's worth of concentrates. Not even. One finishing pan worth of concentrates. There's no need to use this great big pan. It'd spoil the surprise. Holy crap, Stoney, buddy. You didn't have to do that. What a legend. Stoney, brother. I'm going to tell you how much I appreciate you, pal. Whether you do that or not, I appreciate you. You're a good man. Divide the $1 entries as you please. So here's what we're going to do. It's 50 of them. We're going to give one entry to each of my members, and Stoney can keep the rest. All right. Now, we have a hard time panning without some water. I am going to have to keep an eye on it, though, because if I run live next week at this time, I don't want to be finishing in the dark. All right. I am, however, before I start the panning and the great big reveal, going to take a really quick bio break, as the kids say. So I'll do an entry, one number, 1 in 100. Closest or exact number wins. That's one number between 1 and 100. Go ahead, guys. I'll be right back. We'll get this done before we run out of daylight. Because if it was cloudy today, I think we'd be almost right at the end of it, to be honest with you. It's getting pretty dark pretty fast. Michael, you legend, before I even can go away and take a bio break. 5 for Angie and Rick. Thank you so much, Michael. You're a legend. So remember, one number only between 1 and 100, and I'll be right back. All righty. And my tablet's screwed up because I sprayed water on it. What if it's not deep? Roberto Garcia, welcome. We are about to find out how the gold is. All right, so the number 74. 74. Hey, Vogus is in the house. Good to see you, man. Big fan of your videos, pal. Yeah, that's just a Martin gutter sluice, man. That's been my cleanup sluice for years. Everyone's switching to those Dream Mat little buddies and stuff, and I just can't part with it. So we classified down to -10 and ran 3/4 of a bucket of stuff that was already speed panned on top of that. So Mark got 75. Careless confirmed straight from the bathtub. That's an entry for Mark, you legend. Congrats. So yeah, let's quit the jaw jacking and get to some panning before we lose daylight. So one thing about this gutter sluice, it gives you so few cons, but what it does give you are so heavy. And of course, in my case, loaded with pyrite. Plutonium and uranium. We will not be setting off any explosions here today that I know of. Not intentionally, anyways. Well, all I'll say so far is we're not retiring, but I wasn't planning on it anyways. But the gold is starting to peek through. We are getting a little bit of peeking through going on here. You guys can make that out, I hope. No, the light is not the best. It's certainly fading on me. GP is in the house. Good to see you, pal. Back home yet, or quite the shindig? I tuned in where I could here and there. I did see Rose win that little metal detector. Those things are awesome. Those little Mine Lab Go finds. Used to keep one in the truck. Well, there you go, Stoney. Now we know, eh? Oh, it's nice. Chris has such a fantastic channel, and he's inspired so many people to get into prospecting and passing those traditions along. Anyone that knows me knows I'm really, really passionate about it, getting young people in, not just into everything that I do outside, whether it's prospecting, hunting, fishing, even hiking, all that stuff, photography, whatever gets you outside, I'm 110% all for it. Him and Dan Hurd, yeah, Dan's got a good channel. A lot of knowledge there, and that's what I like. It's not there's anything I can't stand on YouTube. I mean, I know why people do it, because the kids like it, right? There's all this flashy pan camera angles. Just chill out, chill, pass on that knowledge, some looks at that beautiful scenery. Especially since Chris is in Australia, so it's an opportunity for us all to see places we've never been for the most part. I've been to Australia, but I did some prospecting there, and I can't remember the name of the place. But it's kind of like how in the States they have Alabama Gold Camp. Very, very commercial. Yeah, we did not too bad, actually. Not too bad at all. Hey, I even got a little piece of wire gold in there. I don't want to spoil the big reveal, but I will separate that wire gold for you later. 2 pieces of wire gold. That's oh, one's roly-polying on me everywhere. Nice, Paul, and welcome. Good to see you crawl in there. Good to see you, Paul. Let's get this all into a pile for you guys so it looks like more than what it is. It's the secret to a good YouTube channel, right? So that's the bottom of, pretty sure that's the bottom of that 45-gallon drum because I don't normally get that much gold. Not that it's, I'm retiring on it or anything, but I don't know if you guys can make that out at all. Leave that sit for a while before I bring it up to the camera. Yeah, everyone wants to sub to Bogus, that's for sure. He's got a fantastic channel. Chris, how long have you been going at it for on the prospecting end of things? Quite a while. Hey, it's Outdoor Wally's in the house. Stoney can't see shit. All right. Troubled one. Didn't see you sneak in either. Good to see you. Full time 8 years, man. That's crazy. That's awesome. You guys can't see the gold, so let me, here's what we'll do. See if I got a dime on me. I always like to show a dime because I don't want to, if you bring the pan up, sometimes it can look awesome when in fact it's really not all that much as people think it is. Not that what I have there isn't awesome or that I'm not happy with it, but yeah, I've been watching Bogus myself for a really long time. Here's the dime for perspective. Get you guys in there. So not a bad take at all. Some nice, very, very fine gold. Trying to see if you guys can see. There we go. And you're right up against the edge of a 10-inch gold pan to be able to see that. There we go. Try and get that a little more steady for you. Some nice, fine, flaky gold there. Now I'm going to see if I can get those. I did see 2 pieces of wire gold in there. I'm going to see if I can get those separated out. Yeah, anybody can drop anybody's link if they want, Angie. I'm not Not too hung up on that stuff. Um, I am not one of those channels that makes everybody a moderator, and there's reasons. There are a couple of reasons for that. One is because I'm just busy, right? When I'm on the tablet, the account that I use to view the tablet is not the same account that I use. It's not my actual All Things Country account, right? So that's one piece of it. And the other piece is because I do vertical lives, they get a little bit nasty sometimes, as we saw earlier. And it's nice to have actual moderators. Yeah, that's not Vogus level gold, man. That is definitely ATC level gold. Still, though, I'm quite pleased with it. A lot of work goes into that. You know, people don't realize, you know, here we go. Trying to take speed pen at the creek takes a lot of full-size pans to make one bucket of dirt. And then I go, and then I go on the stream and I do two of them. Forget when I added it up, it's like 25 pans to make a 5-gallon pail. I can get you guys to. That piece isn't showing up as nice as it should, but oh, there it is. A couple pieces of wire gold. Or wiry pieces anyway. I don't know. I've had wire gold that's, not from my property, but from pay dirts and stuff. I've had wire gold that's like almost a third of an inch long, but there's the wire gold there. I'll see if you guys can see that. Pretty cool. 4 nice pieces of wire gold. We are rock washers indeed, Stony. Welcome, Mama Bird. But yeah, I mean, that is literally, there's probably not even, I've said this before, but my gold in my area is really, really flaky. It's stuffed trommel mist back in the early 1900s. So there's probably not even quarter gram there. But it's the adventure and the chase that really counts for me. All right. So almost 1:45, and we're losing daylight. Let's do one last, we'll shoot the breeze for a while. We'll do one last entry. I do this every week. I forget to I'm in such a rush, I don't put the cap back on the marker. All right. So everyone pick one number between 1 and 100. One number only. We'll do this thing. So, Paul, my season total last I checked was 1 3/4 grams. This will probably put me at the 2 gram mark. I do have a few pails still to go. I have the gold, and it's in an upcoming video where I did a glacial till gold trip and I hunted Uperlites. But that's not even going to move the scales. I think our goal was 2 grams for the season. We've reached that, I'm pretty sure, pretty easily. If we wouldn't have had that flooding we had, we'd be way over it. But $11.99 for Stony again. Bogus. 69. Nice. You look like you're doing pretty good, though, Stony. I think you underestimate your gold sometimes, but I don't know. Maybe you might have weighed it, and I don't know. But I know when I see you live prospecting, I always think that you're kind of going under what you. But again, and I say it on mine as well. So I don't want to misrepresent the gold that I'm getting here. Is how it looks on camera and how it is in real life is often two different things as well. So yeah, there's always that guy. Kind of like that guy. Feels like a campfire kind of night, actually. I don't see any weather to the west. I'm going to take a quick peek while you guys are guessing numbers. Oh, yeah. Our skies are getting darker to the west, so we do have something coming. Hey, digging with Rob. Monardo's in the house. Monardo, just in time. Pick a number between 1 and 100. No, Chris, I did that earlier. Talking off for a pee. The pee spot's that way. My front yard is that way. The bush is over there. Then I got over there earlier and I forgot that I had this mic on, so I was kind of, like doing one of these, just in case. Of course, this is YouTube, so you never know. My view count could have spiked from not covering the mic. Who knows, right? My next short may include feet pics. All right. So that number, folks, was 31. So who had 31 or was closest to 31? Would buy feet pics. I'm an industrial engineer, man. I've been wearing steel toes my whole life. It would take a really, really sick person to want to see my feet pics. I'll just leave it at that. Spicy feet. That's one way of putting it, my friend. All right. Three-way tie, says Careless. Holy smokes, we're finishing strong. So who do we have with 31? David Mark. So that's another one for Mark, who already won one earlier. David gets one. And the final one was Troubled One, who may win his own pay dirt. You never know. No, if Troubled One wins, then I'll make a pay dirt up and I'll send that over his way to try. Once bitten, thrice tie. So yeah, let's do a little recap for anyone that just came in late. Of course, I slammed the gold pan on the table and washed some of the cons back into the gold. Total rookie mistake. There we go. I'll clean that up more later. We'll take another look at that stuff. There is our gold on the day. Like I said, probably about a quarter gram less, which by the way, a quarter gram is a really, really, really good day for me. I'm usually anywhere from 0.1 to 0.1 to a quarter in a full. Keep forgetting it's going to be his pay dirt, but yeah, Trouble. If you win, I'll make you up. I'll make you up one of mine. Oh, Careless and Vogus are hooking up for some feet picks. Chris is a grizzled prospector. I don't know that you want Chris's feet picks either, but you do you. Give yours to Brad Lacey. I could certainly do that, Trouble. Trouble will transfer his entry to Ozark. There we go. Toe Jam could sell. I don't know who's buying, but sure. It is 2024, and this is YouTube, right? Give me that jam. Oh, so I hope you guys had fun today. I had fun. I was one of those days, I was out fishing all day and the wind in my face, and it's kind of tired. I'm like, oh my God, I got to do a live. And then when you get going, you guys really make it worthwhile and fun for me. Really enjoy hanging. You're welcome, Trouble. Anytime, pal. While we're at it, mentioning the prizes and the giveaway, and that it's going to be a Troubled dirt. Trouble probably doesn't know this, but he's going to know it now. What I'm going to do for the next one, unless the winner is in Canada, um, I'm going to have Trouble make the second and third prizes. So the giveaway is actually going to be 3 Troubled One pay dirts at 1 gram, half gram, and quarter gram. Oh, thanks, Angie. Appreciate you. I love the community. I love planning around with you guys. I love hanging in everybody's streams. I like to have a sense of humor, and I think hopefully that shows. I don't take myself all too seriously. Yeah, Michael, those are cons from my prospecting kit. Used to be a gold mine upstream, and I used to run a trommel, and the whole side of the creek is lined with tailings. So floodwater washes through those tailings, and I reap the benefits. As much as I can. It's not obviously I'm not in Australia or British Columbia or one of those huge gold bearing areas, but I do okay. That takes me a whole day to get a quarter of a gram. I can't make a living off of it, but I sure can have fun. And if the winner's from Canada, well, then the winner's from Canada, Paul, and we'll figure that out. Still going to be a Troubled One pay dirt, definitely. Troubled One makes good stuff, and he'll make it to your specs as well. Anything from his heavy metal bags that have lots of silver and stuff in them. Difficult pay dirt, it's moderate. He kind of does it all. Heard nothing but great reviews. Really enjoyed a few live streams back, or a couple live streams back when we drew that nugget, the Gale one. Really enjoyed doing Troubled One's dirt. So definitely, whoever wins that prize is really, really going to enjoy that. So we're getting to about that time. There's 2 minutes left. I'm going to go ahead. We'll show this gold off one last time. Happy with that. Good day. Good day on the old sluice. Good day on the creek. So here we are. It's Sunday. Next week is Thanksgiving here in Canada. It's Canadian Thanksgiving. I will be doing a live next weekend. I'm just not 100% sure which day. My aunt's doing the Thanksgiving dinner this year, and ATC goes where the turkey goes, so to speak. So we'll figure out what day my aunt's doing it. I'll be heading there for that day, and the day of the weekend that she's not doing it, I'll be here. I'll be live again next weekend. Some good videos coming out. Maybe another fishing video, but definitely a prospecting video. A couple of them. I've actually got one in the works that I'm making that's going to be pretty interesting. I'm going to try and dispel some myths about sluicing for gold. I'm going to run my Gold Hog sluice with the batter every which way from slideways, with the mats backwards, tilted, angled, wrong pitch. And we're going to do some testing and see how much gold I actually lose by doing that. I don't know myself, so it should be interesting. We've got the Glacial Till video coming out where I hunted and found 4 Uper lights actually. Other than that, we have one where we're back at the gravel bar. should be a good time. I've got another sidewalk sweeping video coming out. And that are still here, don't forget my last metal detecting video. That is my 1,000 sub unannounced giveaway. It's not in the title. And there's a spot you put in the comment that I say in the video. If you watch the video, you'll understand. And you can win yourself a brand new metal detector, pinpointer, headphones, backpack, and a digging tool. All brand new, sent right to your door. That's from my sponsor, who sponsored that. So fantastic price for somebody. I really want that to go to somebody in the community. So I did announce it as a giveaway. It's not in the title. You're going to have to find my last metal detecting video, and it's in there. Anyways, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming today. It was a fantastic time. I really enjoyed myself. It's always good to hook up together on a Sunday, chill out, and you guys always make my day. And I'm always, every time I start one of these, even if I'm not in the mood to do a live, I end up really glad I did, and it's all because of you guys. So, folks, cheers. Thanks for coming. We'll catch you on the next live or adventure. Peace out, guys.